We are back now with an important interview having to do with the recent loss of a Michigan City firefighter. 32-year-old Richard Nagy died in a single vehicle accident which reportedly then burst into flames.
Yeah, the Michigan City Fire Department says he had served the department with them since 2022, literally in the last few years. You see his picture right there. What makes this story even tougher is the thought that those he worked closely with are probably some of the ones who responded to this. And that is why we wanted to bring in our next guest, Brendan Goodman, known to many out here in South Bend as Goody. We appreciate you being here. He's the president and founder of Unite the Lines Foundation, which works closely with organizations, first responders specifically, when it comes to mental health situations like this one. I just want to start off with that as your background. You're a firefighter. Talk to me about how this hit you when you first heard this news.
Yeah, so after 20 years of being in the fire service, anytime there's a loss of life, whether it's on duty or not, it's always a tragedy, and it always hurts, especially when we respond to those calls and knowing that individual that was potentially in that accident. So now we need to look at the mental health side of things. How does this affect those that still are alive today and still moving forward? We gotta take care of them.
Yeah, and a preface really quickly as well. I know you can't comment on the investigation per se, and so we're not going to ask you questions as it relates to that.
No, of course. So you mentioned that is kind of the mission of Unite the Lines. You founded this. Talk a little bit about your organization.
Yeah, so Unite the Lines was founded by myself and a few other first responders and some veterans, and we came together and said, look, we need to take care of each other.
Yeah.
You can't look across the table at somebody who hasn't been there and done some of the things that somebody else has and have an understanding. So those of us that have been through it, we've got to be able to look at the others and say, hey, I got your back, I got your six, I'm here for you. And say, are you okay? And it's okay to say, I'm not okay. I need to talk to somebody, I need help.
I often think of the airplane, you know, you have to put your oxygen mask on first before you can help someone else. You have to take care of you and make sure you are 100% before you go out there and help someone else too.
Exactly, and mental health is a very big deal right now, especially we're finding it's a big thing that we do in the fire service and police, fire, EMS, corrections, dispatch. We've got to take care of our mental health. We got to take care of ourselves. That all takes a toll onto us, and then we got to take it home.
Yeah, that's so true. I got to ask you about, I think, and we talked about this last night, you were at the event that I had the honor of hosting. Several first responders in that room, veterans as well. What is something people at home who don't have that title or never had the privilege of having that title, what don't they get about those who do the job that you've done and others have done? What don't they get, and why is it so important that Unite the Lines is there for them as well?
I think the biggest thing to understand is that there's a stigma around mental health. There's a stigma around saying, I'm not okay, I need help, I need to talk to somebody. And we're trying to break that barrier. We're breaking the foundation of being able to say, I do have to talk to somebody, I need help, can you please help me? And that's not the end of everything. Just because you say you have to need help doesn't mean that that's the end of your career, that's the end of everything, that you're weak or anything like that. That just means that you're a human being and you still care and you still have feelings. And those feelings will affect you, and they should, because that means you still feel.
Absolutely. So how does your organization continue to help on a daily basis, and how can people at home reach out?
Yeah, so what we do is we educate first responders about stress, what stress is, how it responds to the body, and why you're feeling the way that you may be feeling after critical incidents. Once we do that, we respond through the Northwest Indiana Peer Support Group. We respond out to the critical incidents when they happen, whether it's an officer-involved shooting, child death, a line-of-duty death, anything like that. We take care of them, and then we maintain resilience through the outdoors. We have our annual fundraiser coming up in November, November 1st and 2nd, where we're going to do a pheasant hunt with first responders and veterans, and nobody pays for it. Our sponsors take care of all that for them.
Great.
So we want to make sure they enjoy a day without having to pay for it.
That says a lot. The sponsors that are pitching in because they know and get the mission.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow, that's huge.
Amazing.
We appreciate you, Brendan. Thank you so much for being here and taking the time. You had another event today, so taking the time to be here means a lot to us. Nicknamed Goody, by the way.
And you know what? You are good.
Yes.
You're a good person.
You know what?